A healthy body is the temple of a healthy mind. The words of Rene Descartes. And with that, I say welcome to ILERA EKO Extra, your ultimate guide to achieving optimal wellness. Join us on this journey as we explore the innovative solutions offered by the Lagos State government through the Lagos State Health Management Agency. Talking about LASHMA, and of course, you know it is ILERA EKO. Of course, our goal here on the show is to equip you with the knowledge and tools you need to prioritize your health and well-being and access quality care. I'm talking about healthcare without breaking the bank. Welcome to ILERA EKO Extra. My name is Akan Usen. Of course, as the show progresses, we'll be giving you traffic updates, just to help you navigate in and around the Lagos metropolis. And today, it's a double header because, of course, when that's for those who are watching us via maybe WhatsApp. Yes, we're live on WhatsApp, Traffic Radio 961, or you're watching us via Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You would have noticed that we have two guests. Yes, so it's a double header edition, and I'm sure you'd love to hear everything we have for you today. Okay, so my first guest on the show is Mr. Bolaji Ogungbo. He is the Enrollment Officer, LASHMA Lagos Division. You're welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you again on the show. You were here a while back. It's been a while.
Of course.
I don't think it was this year.
Nah.
It was last year. Okay. And, like the proverbial, but they say from the proverbial horse's mouth, it's always more powerful when you hear a testimonial from someone who has enjoyed the goodness of ILERA EKO. Yes, we have with us an enrollee who will be giving her testimonial, firsthand information of how she has enjoyed from the scheme. Ladies and gentlemen, mummies and daddies, friends, we have Mrs. Lovette Oyedokun. She is the CEO, Moped Foods. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like for you to do me a favor. Could you come closer to your microphone? Okay, that would be amazing, because I know a lot of people want to hear from you and just understand what this is all about. That's for those who still have a few doubts out there. Okay, but of course we'll be starting with Mr. Ogungbo. I'm sure there's someone somewhere who is wondering what we're talking about. What is this ILERA EKO that everyone is talking about? Because the truth of the matter is, from statistics, we still have been made to understand that not everyone, in fact, right now, it's still a very, very low percentage of people that have been onboarded on the scheme right here in Lagos State. And of course, the mantra is leaving no one behind. So I want you to just take us through the nitty-gritty. What is ILERA EKO?
Thank you very much. ILERA EKO is a Yoruba term, which loosely means Elderness of Lagos. So it is the name given to the Lagos State Social Health Insurance Scheme, which aids in providing universal health coverage for residents of Lagos. Okay. So that is basically what ILERA EKO is all about.
In a very concise form. Okay, so also for the benefit of these our listeners I'm talking about, please tell us all about the health insurance plans, yes, under ILERA EKO, and if possible, we'll talk about the benefits and premiums, if we could do that.
We have different health insurance plans on ILERA EKO. Okay. We have the ILERA EKO Standard Plan. Okay. We have the ILERA EKO Standard Plus. Okay. We have the ILERA EKO Seniors Plans. That's for people over the age of 60 and above. Okay. So Seniors Plan. Okay. We have ILERA EKO School Plan, both for tertiary institution and secondary school, primary school.
Those are separate
students. Yes. Okay. So we have ILERA EKO Sports Plan. We have ILERA EKO Diasporan Plan. Okay. And we also have ILERA EKO Eco Telemed. Yes. Okay. So that is basically you having a doctor at the palm of your hand. Okay. So that is basically the whole schemes we have under the whole plans we have under ILERA EKO.
Okay, so could you possibly tell us a bit about, say, a few of the benefits?
Okay, some of the benefits are blood transfusion.
Blood transfusion, okay.
Yes, 2 pints of blood on the ILERA EKO standard plan.
Which you don't get to pay for.
Yes, you don't get to pay for it.
Once you're on the scheme, okay?
Okay, let's start from you walking into the hospital.
Yes.
You know, when you walk into the hospital at first, you have to pay for registration. You have to pay for consultation. So all those are basically free if you key into the ILERA EKO scheme. If you key into any of the ILERA EKO scheme except the element.
Okay.
Because the element, just as the name implies, it is a telemedicine plan. It is not a physical. You don't need to go to the hospital to access the care. So all ILERA EKO scheme, from the registration and the consultation, it is absolutely free. So apart from that, medicine, prescribed drugs are also a benefit you enjoy when you key into the ILERA EKO scheme. For women that are pregnant,
yes,
or women that have children, so we have delivery.
Okay.
Right from when they are pregnant down to the delivery period is taken care of completely.
Wow.
And their child that they give birth is also covered automatically
under the scheme.
Yes, under the scheme. So those are, and tests are also covered under the scheme.
Okay.
Scans are also covered under the scheme. Dental care is covered.
Okay.
Eye care is also covered under the scheme.
Okay.
And so on and so forth.
Quite a lot of benefits. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be switching my attention to Mrs. Lovett Oyedokun. So one more time, I want to say it's welcome. Welcome. It's so good to have you on the show. And yes, Moped Foods. When it has to do with food, you know. So when you even brought in, you know, and well, our Fiara was saying, this is a CEO. I said, she must have really, you know, really enjoyed from this scheme for her to, you know, just take out time out of her busy schedule to come, you know, just grace this particular episode of the show. So, first of all, want to say, please introduce yourself.
Okay. First of all, I think I have to correct you.
Yeah.
My name is Roberta.
Oh.
Like you want to call Robert, and then you put A at last,
okay.
So you have Roberta.
Okay.
So my name is Roberta Oyedokun.
Okay. Where did we get this Lovett? Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from.
Somewhere. Somehow,
yeah, I'm Roberta.
You found Roberta. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm the CEO of Moped. At Moped, we produce cereal for children.
Oh, okay.
And we our mission is to take away sugar, chemicals from children's food to make sure that we create the next generation of healthy children, which is why ILERA EKO, like we are trying to make sure people are healthy, and ILERA EKO, it's also giving people health. Great. We are quite in sync.
Amazing. So how did you hear about ILERA EKO?
Okay, I heard about ILERA EKO 2 years ago from online.
2022?
I think 2021.
2021 okay.
From their online program that they had advertising.
Okay.
I wasn't much convinced. Then I think one day I went to Oshodi. I was trying to dispatch something, and I saw they were having an activation.
Okay.
So I collected the slip, and I was like, government stuff is not going to work. Because I know a lot of people have had experience with maybe I think NHF or something. So I've always used private HMOs. So I decided first to start with my house help as at the time. So let me even just waste the money and see if it works.
Really?
Okay. Since it wasn't much anyway.
Okay.
So I registered her, and suddenly it was as if it was God that just asked me to. So like few weeks after I registered, she fell sick. And she needed tests, she needed to see a specialist. And I was like, I'm not sure that HMO can do it, but just go. Where it ends, we'll pay, you know. And she went there, and we didn't have to pay anything.
Wow. And you would have been shocked.
I was shocked. I was really shocked. So she went there, and she had a test. She saw a specialist. She got drugs. She got admitted for like 2 weeks. And she was all treated free. It was magical. I started telling people in my office, online, on my social media to say, you should apply for this plan. And so when I wanted to register people from my company, from my business, because we have factory workers, we have full-time marketers and all. I didn't have to debate. There was no debate. We just had to register everyone under the ILERA EKO standard plan.
Amazing. This is amazing. Okay, so we have a question. Someone just sent in a question. Okay, I don't know. You didn't tell me your name. Okay, so I'll be addressing this to Mr. Ogungbo because this person said, "Good morning. How much does it cost to do it for me, my wife, and 4 children?" And then it's actually 2 questions. I don't know if it's a he or she. Okay, the person is still typing. I want to tell me your name actually. Can a child among the family above in higher institution outside Lagos State enjoy this? Okay, this is a bit complicated. So let's see. Can we just touch on that?
Okay. I'll start from the second question.
Okay.
A child in higher institution that is out or that is not in the state.
Yes.
Cannot and can.
Okay.
Cannot because once the child is out of Lagos, then there's no coverage because all our hospitals are in Lagos. Yes, all our providers, both private providers and public providers, are all in Lagos. But once the child comes back to Lagos,
within the confines of Lagos.
Then the child can actually enjoy the benefits under ILERA EKO. So to the first question, it says how much does it cost? So we have various and different ILERA EKO plans. So just like I said earlier, so we have standard plan, we have standard plus plan. So it depends on the person's preference.
Can we quickly put a pause on this as let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Akan.
Yes, great to have you on the show. I'm guessing this is Mr. Yinka.
No, this is Mr. Yusuf.
Okay, it was the Y. Okay, I can see Oliver in the background eyeing me. Okay, Mr. Yusuf, great to have you on the show. Okay.
My question is this.
Okay.
Does my plan under standard plan cover mosquito net? Quest for it now is like it's been a while I've been using it, so I want to know if it is something I can tell my GP to make it as a prescription for me, so I will get it. Is it covered? So that is my question to our guest.
Okay, our guest will respond. Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Yusuf. You're also our first caller, so automatically you're first caller. So
you can hear me?
Yes, you can hear me.
Hello?
I can hear you, Mr. Yusuf. Okay, so a few people are smiling in the background because of your question. My guest will respond. And yes, thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Ogungbo. Would you also want to?
Yes, of course.
Let's talk about the.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, we have various plans. So it depends on the person's preference.
Okay.
Just like she said earlier, she said she registered all her staffs under the standard plan.
Yes.
We have the standard plus plan.
Okay.
And on the standard plan, we have the individual plan. We have the family plan.
Family plan. Okay.
Yeah. So
definitely has to be the family plan.
It has to be the family.
Okay.
Himself, his wife and children below the age of 23.
Okay.
Below the age of 23 and below. So once the child is over 23, then it can be a dependent anymore. It has
to have a standalone plan.
Yes, standalone plan. So it costs just 40,000 naira for the standard plan. And it costs 70,000 naira for the standard plus plan.
Okay, for a year.
Yes, and we actually have a flexible payment structure.
Okay.
Whereby if you can pay that whole amount at once, you can pay semi-annual, you can pay quarterly. So it depends on your preference.
You're okay. That's a great one. Okay, so you gave me your name. My name is Fabulous Ade. Yes. So I hope we've been able to help you make that decision so you can get your family on board. Okay, so Mrs. Roberta, okay, that we have been calling Mrs. Lovett. Okay, so
you got it now.
Yes, indeed. We actually have a Roberta here with us, one of us on the team. Okay, so I'd want to know. So since coming on board this scheme, how has the experience been for you?
Okay. The experience has been lovely, super, I must say.
What plan? What plan did you come on? What plan did you pick?
We are all on Standard Plus.
The Standard Plus, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have a lot of staff. I can't remember how many that are on the plan, both family and single.
Yes.
But what stood out for me recently in March, 1st of March, was when one of my staff put to bed.
Oh.
And it was CS.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was really happy that they didn't have to pay anything
Okay.
from antenatal to when she gave birth. And what also stood out for me was when I got to the hospital, it was a very premium and expensive hospital. So when I got there,
was it a private hospital?
Private.
Okay.
Private, very premium private hospital, serene
Okay.
environment, qualified doctors. So when I got there, I kept telling them, I hope they're not asking for anything. And they said, no, that everything is covered. So the child was born. They had to do the pediatrician stuff on the child, test to make sure the baby was okay, mother was okay, drugs, even after she was discharged.
Okay.
So that really won my heart because I felt like, oh my God, this is really service that I'm giving to my staff, and they are really enjoying it, and we don't have to have any back and forth. So
amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, quite an experience. Okay, so Mr. Ogumbo, we're talking about the mosquito net for Mr. Yusuf. Could you just kindly respond to that?
Well, it is not covered.
It is not covered because
Yes,
according to him, this is mosquito season.
yes. It is not covered. Yeah.
It is not covered, Mr. Yusuf. Okay, so you'd have to seek alternative arrangements. Okay, a quick look at the traffic situation at this time. I can tell you from the Ejigbo axis, vehicular movement from Kwako, Okeafa, Jakonde Gate towards NNPC moving at quite a fast rate. It is a steady one from Mobostik to Canoe, good from Canoe back to Mobostik. It's an appreciable movement at this time from NNPC Junction, Yano Ejigbo Power Line, Egbe, Sele, Ilewe, Synagogue, Ojuodo in and out, moving at a steady rate towards a cotton roundabout en route Old Garage. The return journey from Synagogue to Ilewe, Sele, Egbe, Power Line, Yano Ejigbo, NNPC, all in great shape. It is slow, however, from the Jakonde Gate end towards Kwako due to, a portion of the road which is slowing down movement at this time. Okay. That's how it's looking like on that end. More feeds coming your way. But of course, today we're just... we have two guests in the studio that we've, of course, been discussing with. And, we've just been throwing light on every and anything ILERA EKO. So feel free to be a part of the show. You can connect via our studio lines 080-991-20777. That's also our WhatsApp number. Yes, you can also engage with us via WhatsApp 080-991-20777. You can also call 091-538-77127. Okay, so Mr. Ogumbo, for those who want to register, who want to come on board, how can they register? Take us through the process.
The registration process.
Yes.
Okay. So the good thing about ILERA EKO is that our permanent secretary, Dr. Emmanuel Azamba, has taken it upon herself to make provisions for a lot of enrollment officers, a lot of sales representatives, and a lot of kiosks around Lagos. And we are always doing activations, trying to go around to make sure that we are door to door, we are very close to people. So there are kiosks all around Lagos. And we have divisional offices in the 5 divisions of Lagos too, which you can walk in and do your registration.
Are there things I need to come with? Are there things
Of course. You need to come with your passport photograph, mainly.
But what if I don't have that?
If you don't have that, we can take your picture. Yeah, so once you get there, once you get to the kiosks or you come in contact with an enrollment officer, they give you a form. You fill the form. The form contains the principal details, the spouse details, the dependent details. So you fill the form, you put in your passport, and they proceed with the registration on our platform. So they generate a policy number for you. which validates your registration. Without the policy number, that means you are not registered yet.
Oh, okay. So that's the difference between registration and enrollment.
No.
Okay.
No. That's just you being fully registered.
Fully registered.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not you being enrolled.
Being enrolled. So
yes, being enrolled is different.
I hear those two terms being used.
Yes, enrollment is the process whereby you complete the registration process.
Okay.
And you make payment.
Payment.
Yes.
Okay.
So once you make payment, that means you are enrolled.
You're now enrolled.
Yes.
So I can actually register and not be enrolled.
Of course.
Oh, okay, a great one. So while you were explaining, someone sent in a question via WhatsApp. Okay, I heard somewhere that. Okay, you didn't give me your name. I heard somewhere that you cannot be registered without LASRA. Is this true? You didn't tell me your name. Please tell me your name. Okay, so
well, it is not.
Okay.
It is not.
Okay.
Yes, it is not. You can be registered without your LASRA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
but that doesn't mean you shouldn't get the LASRA.
Yeah. Oh, indeed. Okay. So yes, Mike. Okay, now just I'm sure you heard that, but you didn't drop your name, so I don't know how to address if you're a man or woman, but of course you've gotten the information, so you can go ahead and get yourself on the scheme, even if you do not have a LASRA number. But of course you should get yourself also registered. Yes, a LASRA card. So back to Mrs. Roberta Oedokun. You've been you told us about your experience with your staff, and that was indeed a lovely one. How much did you get to pay? Was it like a staff arrangement? How did you? What plan are they all on?
Okay, they are all on Standard Plus plan.
Standard Plus.
Yeah.
Same as you.
Yes.
Oh,
everybody is on Standard Plus because I think that is like an advanced plan.
Okay.
So I want them to have all the coverage for everything that they might need. We usually pay in bulk, so I think they might just have to give you the price for their Standard Plus for families and individuals because we just pay in bulk, and we do. When we started with monthly payment, but later on it becomes too much of hectic paying because you have to pay like at least on the 25th, and so we decided to do quarterly. So we pay quarterly now.
Quarterly at this time. So Mr. Yusuf just sent in a message. Thanks for the prompt feedback on the possibility of obtaining mosquito net through my standard plan. That's Mr. Yusuf Olamilekon Adediranst. Thanks to the anchor and the crew. You're welcome, Mr. Yusuf. Okay, so now you shared an experience where one of your staff, delivered, and you talked about the excellent service, the way they were treated, and everything just went so smoothly. But of course, I would like to hear your own experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So because I rarely go to hospitals, so it's been like them always going. But for me, I'm also registered in one of the hospitals at Omole Phase 1, and I've been going.
It's
private
hospital?
Yeah, it's private hospital, and I've been going anytime. Sometimes I just want to do test scan, and I've never had any issue. Yeah, I just go there, give my policy number. I'm from ILERA EKO. They just check to make sure that I'm enrolled, like he said, that I've made payments and all of that, and then they attend to you. So without any bring payment and one thing I also noticed about the ILERA EKO plan, because before I joined them, I used to use some other private HMOs. Some HMOs may have character of maybe not paying the hospital well. So when you go, they're like, oh, you're from this, they start delaying you or not treating you well and all of that. But from ILERA EKO, it's like, oh, you're premium. So once you go there, they're like, oh, welcome. They just attend to you. I've not had that experience of hospital trying to, be difficult because from the HMO that you're from. So I think maybe it is the Lagos State thing. So it's highly respected and you will be attended to on time. Yeah.
Okay, so it's good to balance things. You've been talking about the good sides. Have you encountered any challenges whatsoever coming on board the scheme or accessing healthcare?
Yes. So we did. That was why I said that initially we had to move to quarterly plan. Something happened. So if the accountant didn't make the payment, say it happened in December. You know, we usually go for break.
Yeah.
So the accountant didn't make the payment by 31st of December.
Okay.
And so we had to make the payment by, I think, on the 2nd.
Okay.
And then I couldn't access
of the new month.
So the staff couldn't access the service for the entire January
month. Okay.
because we didn't make the payment before the other month runs out. So I called because we usually have a contact person that we make calls to say why someone went to the hospital and couldn't access service, what happened, and then they explained that to me. So I was like, okay, you know what, just put us on a quarterly plan so we don't have to be running after payment. So that was the only time that we have issues.
Okay, so now Mr. Gumbo, could you just for the benefit of those listening, could you explain how that works? Making payment, now she mentioned of course you know what I mean. If you don't pay before a certain time, you won't be. So just explain that for the benefit of those listening.
Okay, just like she said,
yes,
every month we always close payment for the month by 25th.
25th, okay.
Yes, 25th.
Okay.
So it's always advisable that you pay before 25th.
The 25th, okay.
Because on 25th, you know, a lot of people are trying to pay, and you know how the website works. When there's a lot of traffic, it causes delays, and you might not be able to pay on the 25th.
Okay.
So it's always better that you pay before 25th.
Okay.
So if you pay before 25th, we are in May.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you pay before 25th of May, you will start accessing care by June, first week of June.
Okay.
First week of June.
Okay. But what happens if perchance I do not pay by the 25th? Maybe
if you
I
pay
on the
26th,
yes,
then you won't be able to access care June.
I'll miss June.
Yes, you miss June, then to July.
Okay. So, dear listener, I'm sure you understood that. If you need any clarification, we're still here. Just reach out and or let us know via WhatsApp. Would be more than willing to do more explanation. Yes, I love that you balanced it out. That was a challenge, but if you look at it, it was still on your part.
Yeah, I think it was. We didn't have the information on time.
On time. Yeah. Okay. Great. So you've been able to bring a lot more people on board aside your staff. How about?
On my social media, I talk about it a lot because I feel like a lot of Lagosians don't know that it actually works, because
a lot of people do not believe.
Yeah, you go to hospital for antenatal and you will pay just for the antenatal.
Yes.
You will pay more than the standard plus plan for a year. So, and people are begging money to get their wife for CS. And I think there was a trending story last week, and I was like, just go get ILERA EKO. With 45K or something, I don't know.
Yes.
You could actually get a full family plan. So you don't need to be begging families money. Just there are individual plans of maybe like 8,000, 7,000.
Yeah.
Get it for yourself. And the beautiful thing is that you don't have to be working in any company to subscribe. So individuals can subscribe, families can subscribe, companies can subscribe for their children, and schools and so on and so forth. So people don't know, because I believe that if people know, everybody will be on that plan.
That's why we're here. We keep making the noise for people to know.
Everybody. So I've been, even as at last, because I talk about it a lot, sometimes when people search, I don't know how it happened, they just see my phone number.
Your phone number.
And they start calling me like, I want to talk to ILERA EKO. I'm like, I'm not. So I start referring
All right,
them
let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, welcome back, Mr. Yusuf.
Yes, I want to shed light on what Mrs. Lovetta just said now.
Roberta, yes.
About, yes. Not that people don't, maybe they are not aware. The enlightenment is so much on here, everywhere, on social media. In Lagos State government, even I got it through Facebook.
Oh, through Facebook, okay.
But the issue there is this, because each time I try to tell people about the program, they do tell me that they are aware already. But the issue is this: they are already on one hospital plan, like the normal conventional hospital. This thing, they've registered with hospital, so they feel like it's like wasting of time, moving from using two hospitals. So it will take time. Not that people are not aware. I want her to, to correct that. People are aware, because the enlightenment is going on. Even this one you are doing. And the traffic radio, if you know where I'm listening now, it's so that is it. So people are aware. So that is just it. But they feel that they cannot be using. Maybe they need conviction that one is more better.
That's why Mrs. Roberta Oyedokun is here now. It's part of the conviction.
All right.
And you're also giving us conviction. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes. You're welcome, sir.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so Mr. Ogunbo, I would be coming back to you. So you talked about the registration and enrollment process, but you also told us that if one does not pay before the 25th of the month, you cannot access care or healthcare in the new month. But talking about the hospitals now, you have been able to mention, Mrs. Roberta, that you are on a private hospital. You picked a private hospital. If we want to pick hospitals, Mr. Ogunbo, how do we go about it? Is it how do you what's the process?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We have a list of providers.
Okay.
In every local government in Lagos.
Every local government.
Every local government have both private providers and public providers. All public providers automatically, that is general hospitals, are automatically on ILERA EKO scheme. So private providers that are up to the standard that we are looking to provide to people are also on the scheme.
That are up to the standard?
Yes. Okay. We have a standard. We don't just accept all hospitals. So the standard, we the standard. So you get to that standard, you'll be on board. So we have private providers, we have public providers. So it will be provided to you through the enrollment officers.
Okay, that's at the point of
registration. Yes. Okay. The providers list will be given to the individual that is trying to get enrolled, do the registration, be given to the individual. You have to choose an hospital out of the list of hospitals, over hundreds of hospitals.
Is it a must I choose at that point? Can't I go and think about it?
Yes, it is a must to choose at that point. It is a must to choose at that point because without the hospital, you can't be registered. You have to be registered to an hospital. Yeah, so there is also opportunity for you to change your hospital.
Okay.
So that is if you feel like, okay, I'm moving out of this environment today, I'm going to another environment, and the hospital that you are using before is quite far from you.
Yes.
You can request a change of hospital.
Okay.
But that request has to be submitted before 25th too.
Okay, so same.
Yes. So it has to be submitted before 25th. So you can also change your hospital if you don't feel comfortable, maybe because of distance, and a lot of factors that can happen. You can change your hospital.
Great one. Okay, so we have an incident report around the Ogudalakwe stretch. Okay, actually at this time it's toll gate in West Motorways. We have activities of men of the Lagos State Road marking at the toll gate end in What Island, and well, I understand it's not really affecting traffic as such, and the traffic managers are on ground doing the needful. So please, as you head in that direction, just watch out for them, and yes, just take it easy on the road. Okay, we have another message on WhatsApp. This is from Oluseyi, and this is more of commendation. Good morning. I've been on the ILERA EKO family plan for 3 years running now. It's been great, I must confess. Thank you so much, Oluseyi. Yes, you know, it's great when you have commendation. You know, sometimes we just come on the show and people are talking about the complaints they have. I did this happened, and all that. So it's great when you have also here this part of people who, you know, enjoying the bright side of things. Okay, so I'm gonna be asking now if okay, let me see. Okay, we seem to have a question here from. Okay, so I'll come back to that question. Somebody's trying. I think he's still trying to type. Okay, so for those who do not believe that, maybe you've spoken to one or two people and they say this thing is not real. Now you have this platform. What do you have to tell them?
I think that they should believe. Just believe. Register it and try it. I didn't also believe it at the beginning. Okay. That was why I said that. I started by registering my as a on a single plan to see how it worked.
So your house help was the test.
She was the test. So when she got there and she was able to access service, then all of us moved into the plan. So you should believe it really worked. I've not had any bitter experience from them. And I'm speaking as someone who've been doing HMO for over 10 years. So, and I know the experiences that I've had from previous ones.
Other
HMOs. And I'm saying to you that ILERA EKO is better and it's very good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Ogungbo, for those who need more information or perhaps more clarification as regards to any and everything ILERA EKO, can we get some contact details that we can reach out to you?
So our call center number is 0700 ILERA EKO.
Okay.
So that is 0700 453 72356.
Okay.
We also have 0800 AXLASHMA. AXLASHMA. So that is AX LASHMA. That is 000 27552 7462. 0800 275 527462. So my own personal contact is 0803 798706.
Okay, and with those numbers, anybody who needs more information, who needs clarification, can always reach out to seek such. Before I let you go, like I asked her, what advice do you have for Lagosians as regards ILERA EKO?
Well, I'll just emphasize on what she says. You have to believe, because I know if you register and get enrolled on this scheme, then you would never want to leave this scheme because the benefits would outweigh whatever negative thoughts you have had about maybe anything being government owned or whatever. So you just have to give it a trial. We have been trying to convince people and tell people to come on board. Just give it a trial, try it, believe that it will work, and a trial will convince you.
A trial will convince you. Okay, so just for emphasis, okay, someone here that was typing was actually asking for the number and says I was not able to write it. So could we just, let's have those numbers again, but slower, a bit slower.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is 0700 ILERA EKO.
Okay.
That is 0700 453 72 356.
356. Okay.
Yes. And 0800 AXLASHMA.
0800 ASKLASHMA.
Yes, that is 08002 755
27 462. Thank you.
080
Okay, 080. That's yours.
Yes.
38
79 87 06.
All right, amazing one. It's been a great time on the show. I must say thank you very, very much, Mr. Ogungbo, for coming around, and it's been a great one, and looking forward to more editions of the show with you as our guest. Yes, and our greetings to the Lagos Division people. Say hello to them. Also, Mrs. Roberta Oyedokun, thank you so much for taking out time out of your busy schedule. Apologies for calling you Lovette at the beginning. I'm sure a bit of maybe the person that wrote it is a doctor. just to make you smile a bit. But it was an amazing one, and I'm sure, dear listener, with the information we have given you today, you will make that choice of coming on board. That's if you're not already on board. Big thank you to Victor Oteri. Also, I'd like to say big thank you to Ade Nkagbe, PA Lashma. Thank you, dear listener, for tuning in to ILERA EKO Extra, and join us next time, same time, same station, for more inspiring conversations on health and wellness. Remember, when health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself, art cannot manifest, strength cannot fight, and wealth becomes useless. Even intelligence cannot shine. Let ILERA EKO be your partner in prioritizing your health and well-being. Thank you, and see you next week. Shout out to Halima also, I must not forget. All right, get yourself on board ILERA EKO. Bye for now. My name is Akan Usen.